Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial.
While working on a kelp farm for my modular farm series, I noticed that it's really simple to build a two-smoker auto kelp block farm. Doesn't take a lot of materials. You can set it up in most survival worlds pretty early on. So I wanted to make a block by block tutorial, show off how it works, and teach you the basics of making these farms. So now while viewing the game in tick sprint mode, we can see farm working. I make the flying machine go, you'll see knocks the kelp off, gets floated up in the water. These specially placed sideways water streams move it into a second collection chamber, into the hoppers, and into Exuma's tileable kelp block smelter and crafter. Played around with different designs, but really couldn't find anything more compact or simpler than this. And you get an output of dried kelp blocks about 80 to 100 an hour. Getting into the tutorial, here's the materials you will need. All of these you need in the specific amount listed here. And for the ice, this is to place water sources. Trust me, get ice. Don't try and do it with buckets. It will take way too long. Leaves of some sort, some block that won't stick to slime blocks. Leaves are the easiest. Need about 3 to 4 stacks of these. Any sort of building block can be exchanged for the glass. I'm just using glass so you can see inside of the farm, but you could use dirt, stone, whatever you have a lot of. You need about a full single chest. And then you need stone or some sort of other block that the kelp can be planted on. Step 1, build a 16 by 12 platform with the kelp planting blocks. Next step, you want to build 26 high with your building block. That would be glass in my case, but whatever you're using. Now you want to take this all the way around, enclosing the planting area. Next, we're going to place the leaves and build the flying machine. So start by destroying building blocks like so. 1 on the long sides and 3 on the shorter sides on the bottom. To place the leaves, start 1 out from the edge. Place in the hole you just created on both sides. Come out 1 from there. Build across. Next, place leaves here. And here. And finally fill in the bottom. And place 5 in this gap there. For the leaves on the other side, it's going to be largely the same thing. Now build the flying machine, count over 6 blocks. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place your furnace there. Glass block right here. an observer facing upwards. One dust there. Do not place the trapdoor on top of the observer yet. Daylight sensor right here. Observer facing into the glass here. Slime block under each observer. Then a sticky piston pushing it into the slime block. Now add slime blocks out to the edges on each side. And fill in the leaves here. And here. Now to add the return station. Out 6 blocks from this side. Place your furnace. Place an observer facing towards the flying machine, pointing into the furnace. Add a dust on top of the furnace. Add a repeater. You can place your trapdoors. One right here. And one right on top of this observer. You should see the flying machine work. So make sure this repeater is set to 2 ticks before you start or else it will break. Now that that's working, we can fix one thing. Get your glass and place it like so in order to prevent kelp from being pushed out through the leaves. Okay, flying machine completed. Next step is to fill this with water. So the easiest way to fill this with water is going to be to place ice in a pattern like this, alternating all the way throughout, and then break them in survival with a non-silk touch tool or item. So fill in the whole top layer in this pattern, destroy the ice, and it will fill the whole thing with water. Now that we've got this area full of water, we can start on what's probably the most difficult part, which is getting the water streams flowing over top. Now place a 7-block long glass platform across the entire top here. And then for the final 5 blocks, place a temporary block here, destroying your water source that you just placed, but we'll put it back. Next, we're going to build the containment unit before putting the water in the top. Come all the way around here, add 2 blocks of glass to each side, or whatever building block you're using. Leaving this side over here open. Next, come out 1 from the row you just placed. These 4 blocks of glass here, and 4 here. bring this all the way down. I'll place glass under here like so, leaving one spot for a hopper here. Fill this in. Come in and place signs across this entire row. Next, we're going to place in the water, the moving water across the top. So you can use ice. Here to save time, I'm just going to use the bucket since it's creative. So make sure all along this wall are sources, and that will put the water back at the perfect spot. Now the next step is probably the toughest. Need to remove all of the glass in between the larger water column and the moving water, and place water sources back in all of those spots. Start by destroying the glass. So now that those glass blocks have been replaced with water sources, the collection system is ready. Place one water here and one here. Two hoppers running that way. Two straight down into the smokers. Two hoppers like so. Two pots or barrels here. Any container that's not a hopper. Two hoppers facing into those. Next, we're going to place the crafter, and this is important because the face needs to be pointing up. Like this. Two hoppers pointing into those. Now we're going to build our dropper towers, so next, place two sets of droppers facing up. One facing back towards the crafters. Two hoppers facing out. Into a barrel. This is where the kelp blocks will come out. These two hoppers right above the pot, go in there and put four glass or any item that can't be used as fuel in these slots. Now for the final bit. Two full blocks here. Two observers with the face up. Then observers powering full block. Two sets of comparators. To dust. And now two composters all the way full. No, they're all the way full when that develops on the top. Okay. Now just a couple more observers and then we're done. So 2 observers both facing down into the dust, and then 1 powering at the dropper tower that way. And there you have it. This is all it takes to set this up. It will take about 10 in-game days to fill these slots and these slots with fuel. And in order to prime the system, you just need to put in a stack of some fuel to each smoker. And now it will begin working. The final step is just, of course, place the kelp in. And just like that, the farm should be 100% up and running. Oh yeah, and then come back here and block this water off. Just added some sea lanterns on the schematic. Those are completely optional. Yeah, I'll run it one time. Looks like it just ran once, although I don't know if any kelp had grown. Oh yeah, get a live shot of the kelp floating at the top. It does take a little bit of time. All in all, very simple for what it is. Thanks for watching this tutorial. It's one of the first ones I made, so any feedback is appreciated. Let me know how it goes building it. Also, there will be a schematic for this available in the Discord, which will be linked in the description.